So, when you plug the answers in, right, you should find that it works for both. Now, what was weird about this problem is that one of the answers was 0.
Yes.
Right? And so, oh, I did something wrong because I got a 0. Well, if you go back and check the math, 30 minus 30, or negative 30 minus negative 30, right, ends up being 0. And so you have, I think, 0 and 3, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so this is baptism into using Kramer's rule, and again, it helps, it makes it fast. Those of you that are, this is the first time you've seen it, it takes a while to make sure you get it right. That's what's going to be nice about the problems we're working on. So then, as you work through your linear systems problems, all right, we have one more skill that we have to cover. This Kramer's rule that you're getting down here will help you get the answers here. All right? So my advice is, if Kramer's rule makes sense to you, use it. Right? Unless when you observe a problem, you find that there's something that you can do the older way by elimination. If you see it first, then you can still use the elimination. But if you don't see it and you end up having to multiply the top and the bottom equations by different numbers, then Kramer's rule is going to be faster. Okay? Now, I'd like you to turn to page 114. Now, okay, this is another thing that I think I want to tell you about. When I teach high school algebra, I use the terminology of we can hire a third grader to put these numbers in the calculator. Okay? So what I want to know is whether or not you can get to the last step. Right? Because you can hire a third grader to punch the numerator divided by the denominator in a calculator and then write down what's on the display. Right? That's not a high school related skill. That's a skill we can hire a third grader to. But getting that fraction that you're going to put in the calculator is where the algebra is involved. Okay? So example 1 on page 114, he gets down to 41y equals negative 12. What does y equal? Up here, not in the book. What does y equal? Well, negative 12 divided by 41, right?
Yeah.
So y equals negative 12 divided by 41. We can get a third grader to find out what the decimal value is in the calculator. That's the thing we need. Okay? Now, we have, in this country, we have lost in many cases the ability to use fractions as numbers. Right? And so because of that, this problem from here becomes more difficult. Right? But I do want to show you how you would do that. Now, in the equation, 5x minus 7y equals 14. What do we say y was equal to? Negative 12 over 41. Okay? Now I have an equation with one variable. Okay? But I have a fraction. How do I get rid of that denominator? Multiply everything by 41. Okay? What is 41 times 5? Well, I can almost do that in my head. 205x. Now, when I multiply this by 41, the 41's cancel, and I have negative 7 times negative 12, which is positive 84. The one I have to put in the calculator is 14 times 41, because I don't know that one. Unless you memorize your 14 times tables. 14 times 41, 574.
That's the one.
Right? Okay? Now, how do I find the value of x? All right, subtract the 84, which is 490, and then I divide it by 205. Now, is that in simplest form? Do you see a 5? 5 ends in 0, ends in 5? So there's a 5 in there. So 5 times this is 41, and when I divide this by 5, it's 98. Now, so therefore, I have 98 over 41, comma, negative 12 over 41. And if you put these numbers in the calculator, you're going to find the decimal value that he has in the book. All right? Yep. So this right here, now, where does this 41 come from? How did we find the denominator? We did the determinant for the first things. Well, let's look at it. Go back to the original. You have 3 times negative 7. Right? Negative 21 minus 12. Negative 21 minus 12. Did I do that right?
Can't be right.
Oh, it's minus 20. Sorry. Negative, and that's negative 41. That's where this 41 came from.
Yep.
Okay? So, Kramer's rule gets us there faster, doesn't it? When the answer is not a whole number.
Right.
Okay? Alright, does that help?
Yes.
What time is it? 10:07. Okay? Alright. So, we're at the place now that what we've gone over, alright, now listen to what I'm going to tell you. What we've gone over is chapter 4. Okay? What you have just got done working on this week is chapter 3.
Right.
So guess what you get? You get a chapter 3 test. Right, to do, and in this case you want to do the chapter 3 test first. After you've got your studying done, do the chapter 3 test first, so it should be done in a day or so, and then start on chapter 4. Okay? So, are any questions about Kramer's rule?
No.
All right, okay, then you should be able to get the fraction for the following equation. Now I'm going to make another one up and see how we do. All right, let's say 2x minus 4y equals 20, and 3x plus 5y equals negative 15. All right, so let's see, first of all, find the denominators. Not hard.
Is it plus or minus 5?
Is it what?
Not that I got it.
You got it?
It's not right. I'm always. We need today.
Everybody get 22?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and some of you are already moving on. And so what do I do now, Sydney? What do I do with these x's in order to get my numerator? I replace these 2 and 3 with 20 and negative 15. So I go 20, negative 15, and then negative 4 and 5. Right? What do I do over here? I keep the 2 and the 3, and I put the 20 and the negative 15 there. Okay. 60. So 40 over 22 is 20 over 11. All right? 40 over 22 is the same as 20 over 11. And then this is negative 30, subtract 60, which is negative 90. And that looks like,
Hang on. How did I do that? Oh, yeah. Let's see. I hope the X is the X.
Got it now, otherwise the X.
Yes.
So it's kind of backwards.
you got the X and Y backwards?
Yeah.
Can't do that.
That's fine. So yeah, I'm fine.
Did I do?
No, I made it right.
You
I
did,
got
you
it,
got it
yeah.
backwards, okay. So now, let's see if we can, so this is 2 times 20 over 11 minus 4 times 45, and it's negative, right? So that's plus 45 over 11 equals 20. Multiply everything by 11, and this, the 11's will cancel, and this will be 40 plus. When I do that, I got 16, 18, and 11 times this.
Yes, sir.
Check.
We'll go with that.
All right? Okay. All right, good job. I'll pass out your papers, and I think you have something to